Google has announced its intention to buy ITA software. Who cares? Bob cares. Meet Bob. Bob wants to travel from New York City to San Francisco. So Bob starts at the single most common place for travel search to start, Google. He's presented with dozens of choices. This time, he checks out several online travel sites and then clicks on Kayak and enters his travel dates. Bob sees a flight he likes, and just like that, Bob has planned his trip to San Francisco. But Bob had no idea what was going on behind the scenes. With so many options, air travel search is one of the most complex computer science problems in the world. One company, ITA Software, is the leading source of critical airfare software used by search engines and travel sites alike. Dozens of online travel sites use ITA software to innovate in travel search, benefiting consumers by providing more search choices, more ways to book travel, and more competition among airlines to keep prices low. This has made ITA very popular. But what if Google owns ITA? Google will decide who can license ITA software, which features they can use, and what price they have to pay. With control of ITA's technology, Google could manipulate the marketplace, placing its own travel search results at the top of every page, and steering Bob towards a favored partner or big advertiser to book his tickets, even if it's not the lowest fare. This could leave Bob with fewer choices for his next flight search and higher prices for his air travel, making it all the more likely that Bob ends up right where Google wants him. Think it can't happen? Google's done it before, sending readers to Google News instead of newspaper sites, to Google Maps instead of MapQuest, and to Google Product Search instead of retail sites. The fewer choices Bob has for travel search, the more he has to use Google. And the more Bob uses Google, the more advertisers will have to pay to be listed there. This alone could raise ticket prices for consumers. And it gets worse. You see, Google knows a lot about Bob. He uses Gmail, Google Docs, Google Calendar, Google Product Search. With each program, Google learns a little more. In fact, Google knows so much, its CEO said, "We know where you are, and we know what you like." Imagine if Google combined ITA's insider knowledge of airline inventory and pricing models with everything it already knows about Bob. Google could easily steer Bob to sites that maximize Google's profits by making sure those results show up first in Bob's search. Good for Google, bad for Bob. Once Google owns ITA, it will have leverage over the entire online travel industry and over consumers like Bob. Google will control who gets to use ITA, which features they have access to, and how much they pay for them. And Google will control which flight options consumers see first. This could make it much harder for Bob to find the lowest priced flight. If Google owns ITA, we're looking at a future where we can expect fewer choices and higher prices. All of a sudden, the future of booking travel online doesn't look so promising. Especially considering that Google's CEO says, most people don't want Google to answer their questions, they want Google to tell them what they should be doing next. Consumers deserve competition in travel search, which ensures transparency and the freedom to find the options that's best for them, not to be steered to what's best for Google's profits. Don't let Google stick it to Bob. Tell the Department of Justice to challenge Google's acquisition of ITA. Stand with Bob. Like fairsearch.org on Facebook.